Taking forever.
We're on the air.
Yeah, mute yourselves, fools. Mute yourselves.
Can you imagine if I received the questions? It would be the electric chair. The first thing I thought of when I heard about it is, how does the press get this information that's classified? How do they do it? You know why? Because it's an illegal process. You are old enough to have seen a time that was much different. You never saw heads chopped off until a few years ago. They built pipelines, and they failed. Didn't work. They paid millions and millions and hundreds of millions of dollars to consultants and lawyers, and they failed. Right?
Welcome to tonight's Plumes of Hazard. My name is MassBlast09. These are my cilantros. All the way from Ukrainistan with, oh, hang on. I think the somebody just shot a nuke. Hang on, let me check the deleter. Oh, sorry. Here we go.
It's
all the way from Ukrainistan, with his outfit that never disappoints. It is broke ass Khalid Amik Mohammed Fubaka.
Squat.
Someone who is someone.
I got to give the internet.
Yeah. I need that.
Oh yeah, yeah. In the cherry, but nicely done.
Someone who can give you some serious cilantros, the Angstful Vapor, and someone who won't be on today's show is this guy right there. Oh, he's not gonna be here. I had to wait. I didn't want Angsty spitting up his soda.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to click off of me.
Okay. So show me. Yeah. So this guy, who is scared, not going to be on the show. Ooh, what else? So what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome.
Oh, that's a nice fresh Diet Coke.
Did you duty squat there, Ahmed? They're asking in chat.
No. I had a bases clearing poop earlier today.
That intro had me rolling.
Yeah.
That's so good. We need to give props where that came from.
Yep, we do. Go ahead.
I'll give you a hint.
The one that used to be around here all the time.
I'll give you a hint.
What in the world?
That's a pretty good impression, man.
Right? Yeah.
Yes, all credit go to the one whose name we do not speak of. So, oh shit! Do you see this? I fucking invoke him and he shows up in chat.
Yeah, dude, he's here. I think you saw the first time he did it.
Unbelievable. Hey, this is my face when I just noticed that he was here. What?
Got him.
He's fucking out because that's going to be used over and over. But I digress. Thank you to the one whose names we shall not speak of. He's I think last I heard he was making a record with Flume called Tennis Courts, and yeah. So to all the trap heads out there, be on the lookout. So yes, thank you.
Flume, huh?
Yep.
Uh-oh. So, hey, Mooch says that his revenge will be sweet. Oh, yes, it will be.
His resenges. Wow.
What is it? A battery term?
Yeah, that is a battery term. Hey, Mooch, how many resenges do you have left over after you use half a battery?
Yeah, it's got to do with the internal resistance of your inverse polarity or something.
Oh, resenda. That's like his birth fluid.
Yeah, he's resending. That's what it is. And the Viking, man, these fuckers keep coming up with these names. The Viking Biker, like, you know, hey, how awesome would that be? The Vaping Viking Viper.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
seashells down by the seashore.
So I was just cleaning, my the top of my Addy and on the Velocity, and I usually will take this piece out and clean the threads in here.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at my paper towel and I'm like, what is this? Like, I mean, it's gonna be hard to see, but what is this yellow shit? Well, the design on it has green and yellow splotches all over the place. I'm like, what kind of fluorescent shit was I've been vaping on? I'm like, oh, it's the design. Gotcha.
Vaping on that fucking fluid.
Yeah, vaping on that fluid. No, that shit would have been black.
Ugh.
It
was so bad. Nostradamus is in chat predicting Sean was going to return.
Oh boy.
Good. We're happy. You really should be like Vape Stradamus or something, I would assume.
You know how we can tag people in here? Tag it, that nigga high.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I pulled my my bottle out of my Dia for the first time in God knows how long. And not only is the top, well, I should zoom in because it's really disgusting. So since I got the refiller caps, I don't take my bottle out anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what you get that little mung,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yo, son, you need a wipe.
Yeah, you gotta wipe that down. But I was also comparing it to another bottle, and I was like, look at that. That used to be
white.
It used to be this color.
Yep.
I mean, that's like a liter and a half of real bottle for months.
Look at mine from rubbing in and out of there.
Hey,
it's turned blue.
Yeah, go. Yeah, there you go. So, I started to make a crack about this, but at the same time, I can't because there's been
a rail crack.
Yeah, there's been like a liter and a half of rail cracker through this thing. It's going to take its toll. Oh boy! But we do have some stuff to talk about. I actually got a little vape mail this week. Shocking.
Wait, would you say it's sucking the soul out of your bottles?
What? I was burping.
Would you say it's sucking the soul out of your bottles, the rail cracker?
No, although I can see why you're making that joke, but I don't think so. Yes. So my wife is on this like all natural thing, right? This like big kick with all the natural essential oils and stuff. Fine. I think some of it is ridiculous and some of it makes a little sense. But she's decided that antiperspirant is bad.
Oh, dude, I've been on that train for years
because of the aluminum and whatever. And to be honest, I understand that they've been.
You know what you could do with some aluminum?
Huh?
You know what the fuck you could do with some aluminum?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've been saying for years that they linked that to Alzheimer's and a few other things, right? Aluminum stuff in your thing, and she actually cut hers, the antiperspirant side of her stuff out months ago, and had like an adverse reaction when she stopped using it. Like she got like bumps.
You got the renegades. You got the renegades of funk.
Yeah, I got bumps from Old Spice antiperspirant. Like back in this is like end of high school, early college. So I switched to like, not to mention any antiperspirant I used, it wrecked your white shirts, armpits.
It can't.
And black shirts, like fuck that.
Yeah.
So,
look, Prime's actually talking about what I was about to talk about. She bought me Tom's of Maine or whatever. She bought me like sandalwood Tom's, but it's deodorant.
Wait, why are you the guinea pig?
Well, I'm not the guinea pig. She's already done it to herself and did so months ago. And now she, when I asked her to buy me something, she's at the grocery store next. She said, Here.
She wants you to smell the same as her, so you can't
Yeah,
tell that
I've
she
decided
smells
that
bad.
you're not gonna have antiperspirant anymore. I'm like,
when you take
that's.
when you take a whiff, you're like, whoa.
I was like, look, you did this in the winter in Texas, and that's fine in the winter. You just did this to me in the like we're about to get in the summer. That's freaking mean.
This will be a good test.
Oh boy. So I do have the Tums, and the reason I bring this up is not because I planned on talking about this on the show, but I just put it on for the first time, and it's a different fragrance that I'm used to. It's weird. Yeah. It's making me feel strange because I don't know. I smell different.
This deodorant check moment was brought to you by
Sandals.
Abolishment.
Tonight
check your pits.
we have someone who will be releasing. Damn, I'm greasy as fuck. Wait, actually, first of all, hold up. First of all, tonight's guest is putting out a deodorant line coming from Armpit Craving Vapor. So not to be confused with Craving Vapor. This is Armpit Craving Vapor. So that'll be good. But second of all, I want to make sure everybody gets the there is a Ben & Jerry's recall happening right now with the ice cream cookies. They are processed in a facility that could come in contact with nuts, not yo nuts, but nuts that people can be allergic to. Some women are, and you need to be careful. So if you have nut allergies, check out the recall. This great company is paying you 100% back, and you get to keep the product. So you can eat it, and you get a refund.
I got some banana split the other day.
I don't even know where I was going with that.
Yeah, actually, it reminded me that I got some Ben & Jerry's banana split the other day, and it's
Did you use my 50% off coupon?
No, my lady wasn't there.
Oh,
I couldn't do the whole you know who I am or you know who my co-host is.
yeah. Do you know who this guy is? And show her a picture.
Yeah, they show him. They're like, oh, he's the guy that stocks the produce or something. This girl probably would have said that. Or
Yeah, she would have looked at you and said, "What?"
I'm like, no, that's the Master Blaster. You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Tony B said, Plumes of Hazard does beauty product reviews. What's next? That's true. I didn't intend. I'm not going to apologize for it because we're just talking about stuff.
Yeah.
But it literally just threw me off when I sat down and we were starting the show. I'm like,
well, yeah, you reminded me that I was like a most of my lifetime Old Spice user until like maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I use that Arm & Hammer now. It's very nice.
Just right. Well, everybody's, you're used to the way you smell, and everybody's, when you put on, cologne and deodorant and anything else that has a smell, it changes to you a little bit, right? Because you can put the same stuff on me versus Ahmed.
Oh yeah, it mixes with your own brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it occurred to me. So sorry, this is quite off topic, but I'm not really sorry because
that's what I like about that Arm & Hammer though. It doesn't you can kind of smell it a little bit, but it's like it's not really there.
Yeah. So you should never let your girlfriend, notice I'm saying girlfriend, buy you cologne because all she wants you to do is smell like her ex, and it's not going to smell the same.
Oh, that's not okay.
oh, Mast.
I know. I know, right?
I'm just filling up my Squonk bottle. Should we go ahead and bring in our dude before we get any started any further?
We should.
Sure.
Just depends on what he's gonna.
Unmute yourself, fool.
What's up, boys?
Oh my God! Is that the Pickles?
Good evening, everyone.
Hello, Jay.
How you doing, Bobby?
Doing pretty good. Better than Mass, who's still obviously holding some kind of grudge about an ex-girlfriend who bought him a bottle of cologne he didn't like very much. Get over it.
That's like this in The Simpsons when Skinner starts getting dark, talking about some shit.
He just has the Nam flashbacks. Just like that's the way.
She's probably not watching, so What reminded me was that bottle of Windex up there because I chugged a whole bottle of Windex.
So you can spit shine a windshield.
We all know that this show is not for reals.
The halfway deal face.
Yo, so I had this. I was in here yesterday talking to these two fools, and my hair was straight up emo, and I was gonna come in here emo mass and or mass emo,
Wait,
and I
hold on.
tried it.
Your hair was just
Mass emo.
Yeah, mass emo, and goddamn, that's a big fucking cup of coffee.
It's the size of his head.
How many sugars are in there?
Is that the size of?
There's
Long
no
Island?
sugars in it. You know, there's no sugar in it. It's a 40-ounce
I'm
mug.
just teasing.
Is there any butter in it?
Heavy whipping cream, master race.
Damn.
Like, fuck.
Well, you know, the keto people do the
They do. They put
bullet
butter
coffee,
in their.
right?
They put butter in their coffee, man. It's not
Butter's
what
one
butter's
thing.
for.
But bacon grease, I wanted to rip my monitor in half. Like, no.
All right.
Yo,
So-
the Viking biker in chat says Sean looks different.
Well, there was a circumcision. And
Like,
then-
Sean learned how to dress.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god! Look at my face right now. Oh,
Okay, for one, I've never seen Sean wear a button down. I rest my case.
It's true. He's got a couple Henleys with like two buttons. They're always unbuttoned and pulled open, so you can see the hair.
Forget about it.
You got ginger chest hairs.
so let's talk about keto.
Hold on.
Because
Let's talk about vaping. Wait, what are you vaping? Then we'll talk about keto. Food, what are you vaping?
Well, for starters, I got me one of these thing almost here.
Hey!
This is that thing last week I was talking about that, you already saw Angsty he showed it better. I built my fucking dusted off the bill at 2.5 and built it.
Yeah?
This thing, and I threw abolishment. I was missing that abolishment 40 plus watt experience. So yeah. Bill at 2.5 with abolishment. Nada with abolishment. And the evade. And I got this one and the Kennedy on the Titan. Yeah. I took apart the limo because I'm going to switch juices in there. Well, I just wasn't cutting it. So yeah, it was taken apart a few hours ago.
Yeah, don't worry, Horror. We're not doing vaping news. We're just doing what we're vaping.
Angsty.
As always, got a Dia and a Narda and a Bell Cap and an Omen and Rail Cracker in here. I do have an update on my previous video where I was missing some Rail Cracker. I'm no longer missing some Rail Cracker. This should do me for another couple months.
Angsty.
That should do me for a little while. I've actually got kind of a dearth of vaping gear going on because I sent a lot of it away. And I'll talk about that, I guess, later or something. But I do have my bill box with abolishment in it. And that's literally all I'm vaping. That's it. Masty.
I just cleared off my out of here. As you can see, El Coton, and I'm about to drop some knowledge on this device with some mess tea. Yes, that is our phase.
By the way, Moose was asking if he's entitled to royalties for that. His image.
You see this? You see this?
Mooch is public domain.
But my oh man, I missed one of the holes. Damn it! Fucking Velocity's got so many damn holes, and one of them is just gotta get in there and clean it. I always gotta clean the holes. But the Velocity is on top of not only one button, bigger screener.
Oh,
Tree button.
Tree.
Oh,
DNA
That's a tree
75.
button.
the brown derogation get the leftover.
DNA. DNA.
I don't know where the
75
accent came from, but
DNA 75C. The C stands for cucked.
Rip.
How about you, Jay?
you're gonna say colored.
I have in the dog mods
That
DNA 250, a TFV8, because I know all you guys with your tight butthole airflow, I'm kind of the opposite. Super loose. I'm vaping straight up. I'm vaping, except for you, for the most part. I'm vaping straight up banana nut bread flavor, 100% PG, no nick, just to the dome.
Load.
Yikes.
Till you
Good.
get Glock jaw by chance.
So that's in this guy. In the Therian, Squanker with a Narda on top using Angsty's build. I've got some Homeward. Since we're all, part of the self-admiration society here,
Yeah.
some Bigglesworth Labs Homeward.
Well, you gotta vape the Bigglesworth.
I'm part of the Angsty Appreciation Society right now.
That's true. Mostly the Angsty Appreciation Society.
Yeah, abolishment, man.
Yeah, we got abolishment, and I got abolishment, and my abolishment, and
Some abolishment on the side.
I used to run I had abolishment in like 3 addies at one point. It's the first time I've run it in 2 in a while.
Oh, Kyle C. shooting water out of his nose. So sorry.
and
You
then
bitch.
last but not least, I have the Hex NA with a TFV8 mini beast or baby beast.
I got one of those.
I don't know, whatever this thing is. Yeah, whatever. It's the same color.
I got one of the blue.
We're Blue Brothers, baby. And that also has Homeward in it. I really like Homeward. In reality, the banana nut bread was Snowdrift.
Did you steal that from John this weekend?
Man, I bought that on the beta list. Come on, boy.
Mm.
I'm not quite as big time as you. I have to get on the regular pleb list just because I know the guy. I don't get sent them for free.
You mean sent them in parts and then I have to build them? Sure.
Well, I mean, look.
I open the box and I'm like, oh, my dream. My dream.
I mean, they just pick you outside the Home Depot for that, right? And they build the boxes for them. That's how it goes.
I need those. Those.
Jay, you gotta do a Dr. Dre zoom in on that shit. Come on.
You mean the I don't. What are you zooming into? Shit.
Call toll free now.
Oh, I did the wrong one. God damn it.
Zoom in on shoulder.
What is going on here? Oh man.
That's it for me.
Good. Well, loose butthole. We haven't talked about that. So you do play both sides of that fence a little bit because you've got a Narda. You've also got a loose butthole.
I do have a Narda, but my problem with the Narda, I don't know if you can hear it on camera. This is your build in here. Maybe I just did it bad because I have
Go.
big dumb fat fingers.
The whistles go woo.
Yeah, the whistles go woo. So
Mine does too, but I like
there's 2 things to do. Ready?
Okay.
Here's some live troubleshooting with you.
Oh shit!
Here we go.
Put the mooch face up.
Well, these guys right here. Because this is a common problem, and I've had this question a lot. So I will indulge and do some things. Bill,
Okay.
you
Yes.
need some new cotton there. Yee! Whistling.
Yeah.
You insert here,
Mm-hmm.
like so, and then pull back a little bit. Just move the cotton out. What happens is your cotton, as it absorbs the juice, it swells up and it impedes and tends to whistle on occasion. The other thing you can do if you've got a cap
Timestamp.
I
such as this,
was just gonna say.
what from the impedes?
No, the
No.
Jewess. Dude, I just
Christ.
instantly in my mind it went straight to Spaceballs. It's like a Jewish princess. Who would have thought? Baritone.
If you've got a non-metal top cap, I have.
I don't. I only have the metal one. I want the glass one.
I
Though.
took a little file and just nicked the edge just a little bit of the air hole,
like a little countersink.
just a little, a little bit of a
love
bevel.
it when
All
you
right.
nick the edge. Just
All right,
a
I
little.
got a Dremel. I can utterly ruin this device, no problem.
Don't you just love it
That's
when
what I
it
mean. I mean,
nicks
like
the
one
edge?
pass of a fine file or something, just to break that edge.
Okay.
It's not like it's coated or anything, right? It's just stainless.
Yeah, no.
Did you nick the edge?
Oh man, we're gonna get so much mileage out of that one.
Yeah, we are.
We are.
The big thing though is the adjustment of the cotton. Just pull the cotton back from the airflow.
Okay.
It'll go right away, because it happens to me on occasion too. All of a sudden, and it'll happen in the middle of a build. Right, I'll be sitting there vaping, and all of a sudden it'll go. Week. Like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
and my cotton is not nearly as like pretty looking as yours is either. Like it looks like hot garbage in here.
Oh, dude, so does mine. Don't be ashamed. I've had a Narda for like a year now.
It happens.
So, yeah, I'll try and fix it.
That thin Clapton that I've been running in this particular Narda for quite some time, it with Railcracker, after about a week, it looks like a piece of charcoal. I mean, like it's just a little brutal.
Railcracker's brutal, but it's so good.
Yeah. I never really had that problem with was it? It wasn't Homeward. What was the Appley one? The apple pie.
That's
one.
Homeward. Yeah, that's
Homeward. Okay,
Homeward's
that one was
pretty
great, and I didn't really have so much of a problem with that. That one lasted longer before I needed to re-wick.
Homeward's pretty clean. All my stuff's pretty clean.
Yeah.
I love Chucky's stuff. I vape it a lot.
Nobody's stuff is cleared on a point.
I managed to somehow make it through without getting gunky stuff.
Yeah.
It's weird on a TFV8. The thing with the TFV8 is smoke, right? They're awful. Like their QC is terrible. So even though the TFV8 coils they're kind of economical, because I can sometimes get a month out of one of these things. And bear in mind, I'm vaping at 110 watts at a minimum on this thing, and it gets hot in there, and I vape a lot, and it's my my daily driver, my main guy. So if you can get a month out of that, and it's a $4 or $5 coil, that's hard.
Stupendous, really.
Yeah, but the rub is, out of a pack of 3 coils, easily one of them will be garbage. And often 2 of them. And what'll happen, so more often than not, what I've seen is after a day or 2, it will, you will detect it is burning.
Yes.
Even on a normal hit. And it's not because it's not wicking. It's because if you actually get in there and look, you'll see that the coils are actually like touching where they shouldn't be, creating a hot ring. And you have perfectly clean cotton around a blackened ring of coil. And there's nothing you can do to fix that. It's pointless.
Yeah.
Someone didn't clip their leads correctly.
Yeah.
So is the rebuildable garbage for those things?
I've never done it because I have stupid hands and I can't build in like RDAs. I should try it because it is one of the larger RDA or RBA decks for a tank. And I know that some people,
the size of my thumb,
I know a few people that rocked it.
I just feel like I always read about people complaining about them leaking and all sorts of nonsense.
That's on PCR though.
But consider when a coil possibly lasts you a month, and in a pack of 3, let's say you get a month out of a pack of 3, right? Because one of them is bound to be good. You'll get at least 2 to 3 weeks out of it, and the other 2 you have for a few days.
If you build, you got the flavor's going to be that much better. You can
see. I don't think that's true. I don't think it's necessarily true that you're going to get better flavor well, no, but that's fine. I'm just saying that like the build that they have in here. This is the Q4 coil. It's the only one I really use. It's the straight shot chimney. It's not the one with all the multiple, holes and all sorts of gimmicky stuff.
Layers of hell.
It's just a straight chimney through, and they have it built in such a way that you're not going to be able to replicate in a rebuildable. You're just not. It's got gills for the cotton that are in the side of it. You've seen the notching on them. It's like all over there.
That.
And it's a ring of cotton with the coil on the inside of it. And when it works. It's beautiful.
Oh,
beautiful thing.
A little. Yeah.
So it's like, why, for all the trouble that I could go to try to figure out how to build a goddamn I can't build in the first place. Like, even if I use some nice bought coils, I'd use some Turk coils or something like that, and I put them in there, I'd probably still fuck it up and it would leak all over the place when I could just have a nice quality vape for $12 a month on a pack of fucking coils. Like, give me a break.
Get off my ass.
Get off my ass, vapors. Just trying to vape, man.
We all know it's a serious business, Jay.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, I've grown out of. I feel like I've grown out of, in large part, the building and experimentation phase because I have so much shit. I run a juice company. Like there is new cool stuff to explore, but at this point, I almost want to let other people do it for me and then just live vicariously. Like, oh, that's cool. Look at that.
I don't experiment too much in the building side of things. I have like 3 builds that I like and go to. That's pretty much. I mean, that's where it's at for me. I'll try some new shit here and there if someone wants to send me coils, whatever.
So there's the parallel 24 build.
Yeah,
that's one.
I'm running some 0.09 aliens in the Kennedy right now, and they're fucking stupid.
I think my O-ring just shit the bed.
And then like Narda builds and my general RTA builds, I always like my dual coil RTAs, but I pretty much do the same builds for like a while now.
Yeah, when you find something you like. I mean,
pretty much.
I can't tease too many people about this. I think I've been using this every day for like 10 months.
I tried using coils and using coil systems again. It's just, not after having used a K-Fun for so fucking long.
Yeah.
One main tank. I think that still was the highest out of any.
You know what you like.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you giggling like a schoolgirl?
Mass knows what phone is like.
Oh, so we got distracted here. Should we talk about the keto?
We should.
Sure.
So Jay has been doing it a little more explicitly than others of us because I think
I've been very strict.
Yeah, and I've never gone personally full strict keto ever.
You've never been full straight, okay?
Timestamp. Mooch face.
Timestamp. Mooch face.
Drop top.
Ideal. I'm sure you use it or drop it. The
cockpot. In the crock pot.
Looking for Sean in the crock pot.
Oh, shit. Looking for Sean in the cook pot.
Oh. Mooch face.
All right, so we all know that Mr. Bigglesworth here really doesn't run a juice company. He actually owns a car wash. Look at all those towels back there. He cleans a mean car. All the stuff that you see up there. Hang on. All the stuff that you see up there. Look, those are all cleaners. And then you have freaking Windex up there. He runs a car wash.
Yeah, maybe he's just Greek.
They're
all Cadillac meth lab.
And he also has the tarp down there in the middle. That's the one he puts down before he kills people. So.
No, the juice company is run by the slave in the closet.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be some shit if they just bust it open and Bombies just come running out of there with the helmet on and everything? He's fucking naked, just like.
And in case you can't see it, that's a $2 bill up there in the top right hand corner.
That's a signed dollar bill.
It's a $2 bill.
Who's it signed by? Billy Crystal?
No, you never done that. It's stolen from what's the one with Eddie Murphy and the stock market and the two brothers?
Trading Places.
Trading Places, right? We had such great times at the pavilion. That their whole bet about changing his life was not for any large sum of money or anything. It was a signed dollar bill. So yeah. I think that's an old buddy of mine that I bet him something and I won the dollar, so I taped it up there.
Oh, I thought that was the first dollar you ever made.
Right? Oh, please. That's in a 401k earning interest, Bubby. Come on.
No, his first dollar was earned in his first trimester.
Jeez.
I just...
So the freaking citizen of Israel stipend you get, like when you're
already collected.
That shit's already shekelled.
I'm probably not going to become a citizen of Israel, but I probably will become a citizen of Italy. I'm working on that.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, that's a thing that we can do. Apparently, well, half my family's from there. My mother's side of my family is Italian, and we have enough relatives, we have enough documentation, we have enough stuff that all I have to do is undertake the onerous task of living there for a month.
Oh, gee.
which will be just real torture.
Yeah.
You know.
Think of all the squonkers you could get.
That's true.
Is there a hand speaking portion of the test?
Yeah, right? Hey, yo, gabagool. There's going to be lots of that.
You'd get banned from the country.
Yeah. So I will do that. That'll be fun at some point.
Get
That
some
would be
Italian wood
pretty
squonker.
awesome.
I guess because I don't know. I'm like third generation.
Did you do one of the swab your cheek and send the sample
23andMe or something? No, all my buddies have just done it though, and they got some interesting results. So
Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have a little sister.
Okay, so she could take it for you.
Is
right? Because her DNA is going to be the same. I mean,
Yeah.
the
It
closest.
should have the same historical before her own.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Because my brother did it, and it was it followed along with what we thought our history was. So I mean it was
I'm pretty curious.
it was scary accurate. I'll just say that.
So there's a tale of a Japanese person in my family, and I really want to know.
Oh yeah, like a straight line back.
You want to justify your weebness that hard, huh?
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Sorry, man. That's what we're saying.
And so my brother and his wife did it, and her results came back very interesting because she is related to the comedian Ernest.
Seriously?
What?
Yes.
No, that's awesome.
And come to find out, like her and my brother already knew this, and she, had when she was little. I don't want to. I don't want to give too much away, but very close, just 2 or 3 generations off of from being related to him.
Yeah.
And this test showed it.
Do you ever find her saying asking you if you burn?
Yeah, you know what I mean, Vern?
What I mean, burn?
But yeah, so that was pretty cool. But no, and it was just I wonder. I think I can pull up my results. But no, it was dead on with what we had thought. And then 4% African, of course.
Oh,
Got him.
Everybody is.
I knew it.
Right where you needed it.
Everybody is.
That's where your trap appreciation gene comes from.
No, I mean that's where we all wandered out of a long time ago.
That's true, right?
If you don't have some of that, then that's a little weird.
Way before. Way before fucking dudes.
Us and Toto wondering where the rain is.
That's to me okay, and this might be. I try really hard not to be too tinfoil hatty kind of guy, but sending my DNA out to be like logged in some database somewhere is creepy to me.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm gonna pull the results up here real quick.
So Mass is just gonna show them to everybody right now. Get it done with.
Well, Mass doesn't actually exist on the book, so it's whatever it is.
Yeah. Let me see if I can do this correctly.
That was a slow burn, Ahmed. Nice job.
Oh my god! I just read the comment in chat. This is my face when I read it. Holy shit! You guys are ruthless.
All right, so we veered off from keto.
Yeah, but wait.
I want to go back to keto because I'm interested in this. I've got some.
We were trying to find who in Jay's family tree was doing keto before it was cool.
Right.
Okay, so here's
Japanese guy. All he ate was fish.
Here's the responses. Here's my responses. So, yep.
Look at that.
And
hey,
hold on. Let me click on you.
Italy / Greece. Okay.
Hey, gabagool.
Yeah.
16% British.
It brings up a map, and it shows you the regions, and Spain is the main one. That's why that Iberian Peninsula shows up.
What's the rest of the percent? Love?
I like it. I
No,
like
there's
just America. He's got 4% America.
yeah. Well, that's 4% Native American. So there's 4% Native American.
4% who definitely didn't own slaves.
Damn, he's
So
even
actually-
more legit than like a traditional American. That's thug.
So 4% Native American and 8% African. Yeah, no, it was pretty legit. I would never send my DNA in because of that. But I wonder, if a sibling does it, there's not that much of a difference because
That's still proxy snitching.
Yeah, it matches you up, pretty close. So,
is there a way to anonymize it? Like, can you proxy your own DNA in there somehow? Like, use a PO box registered to nothing, or whatever forwarding service.
I don't know, because I don't know. One thing that I didn't ask my brother was, what kind of questionnaire did he fill out before sending this in? I don't think any, because with services like this, I would want a pretty much non-biased response, right? You don't want to fill out a questionnaire that pretty much gives you all those responses, you know?
Right.
Primes the results.
It does show you, cousins and second cousins and third cousins and great grandparents and all that. Obviously, as long as other people have put in DNA, it'll match you up and show you their profile. Now you can leave your profile blank, and you can put whatever name you want with the account. But I don't know. I don't know if you could completely anonymize it. But yeah.
See, Motherhead agrees. Y'all are getting replaced.
They're taking our DNA.
Is there
our DNA sequence?
So there's going to be a smoking guy.
I mean, I think they did a pretty good job on Understudy 2.0.
Just don't say my trigger word.
Is it canary? Daffodil?
Why are you trying to trip my trigger word?
I always try. We're talking about keto food.
Yes.
So I know in your house, there's already some dietary restrictions going on because of the preferences of other people that live there.
Yes.
But you want to talk about like why you're going keto or what you've done, what works for you?
Fat.
Yeah, pretty much. It's accurate. I've always been big, like pretty much my whole life, since I was like 7 years old. And that's not to say that I haven't had times where I was athletic. Like, I have been athletic. I'm pretty decent at most sports that I play. I played racquetball for like most of my life, and I got really good at it, even though I was big. But I got kind of in better shape in college briefly, but then just terrible. And then I was at the worst shape of my life, and I was like, you know what, this is stupid. And I have friends that seem to be having some crazy success eating bacon and butter all the time.
It's not a bad life.
It's not. Unless you keep kosher, then you're fucked. I guess you could have brisket. Yeah. So I looked into it, and I read as much as I possibly could about it. I checked out the Reddits for it. There's extensive. So, Duro, what you're saying there, yes, you're right. He's saying monitor your caloric intake and calories exerted. He's correct. That is the way that one loses weight. One loses weight by consuming less calories than they use. Right? You need to burn something in the vicinity of 3,000 calories for an average adult male, slightly less for a woman, over the course of a day. That's how many you burn. You need to burn that many to lose a pound of fat effectively. Something in that vicinity, around 3,000 calories.
Yes.
So that means that, you have to run a deficit on the daily. What keto does for you is it is an appetite controller. So fat is extremely satiating. Eating fats of all kinds is what really makes you is what really like deals with hunger. And when you what a lot of people think the deal is with keto with carbs is carbs lead to a vicious cycle where carbs are like crack. Like your body, it's quickly available energy. So carbs fill up your glycogen. You burn glycogen when you're exercising or using energy. It keeps, it's what keeps you going for the average person. But you don't actually need to use that as your primary source of energy. You can adapt to burning fat instead. And it's just a human process. I mean, if you look at diabetics, like they can't have carbs at all and they some are successful and some aren't, but it really comes down to the fact that not eating carbs in conjunction with primarily eating fats gives you a measure of appetite control that I have never experienced before.
Okay.
I'm someone who really loves food. I love to cook. I love to talk about food. I love the experience of food. As you know, my people, you know the deal. Like food is amazing. And so
I Korean barbecue with this cat. He loves food.
Dog, that Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
What I've tried to do with keto is make it so that it bridges the gap between food is fuel and food is important for a fulfilling life experience. Mm-hmm. And it basically landed on me eating chicken parmesan every night. Like I figured out how to make it keto style, and that's just ayo.
Yeah. It's fried chicken. It's gonna be good.
So what keto does is it takes someone who is like capable of consuming 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day of mostly garbage and makes them feel ill if they consume more than 2,000 calories a day. Because eating fat like that, you're like,
that's enough. Yeah.
I really can't. Yeah. Like I really can't do anymore.
So do you do like that girl that takes a whole stick of butter and
just deep throat the stick of butter? Like she was in so much pain.
I don't even know. Like
at least it's melting quickly, right?
Right.
Yeah, right. That's fucking stick butter.
Yeah, that's sticking straight to her chest. That's where it's going. It's going right to her heart.
You can take a fucking knife on a stick of butter out of the fridge, and that's just like, bah.
Can you imagine the poops, though?
You know how to be hard. She's fucking pushing down on that shit.
Yeah. No.
And it's not the act of her swallowing it. I'm sure she swallowed some big ass swords. It's what happens when it goes lug and it just in the stomach.
Yeah.
That fucking bar is like boink.
Dude, no, Matt, it's not going to the stomach. It's going straight to her heart. It's just going to...
That fucking stomach sphincter is going, ooh. She's going to shit a fucking stick of butter out.
Yeah, she is going to be
melted
loose stool the next day. That's for
sure. No.
And then she's going to
be riding the Hershey Highway.
So the thing that gets me, here's my problem, because I have, over the last couple of years, I have in a place of my life where my work keeps me very busy and my ass is in this chair way too much.
Yeah.
And that's, so while I control my caloric intake pretty well, what I'm not doing is getting enough exercise. And I know that, and that's why I'm trying to take some right steps towards that. But obviously that's the other part of what you're just talking about, right? Caloric intake in and out, and the out is also important, right?
Yeah. So what I started doing pretty much, here was my thinking. At about 2 weeks in, I realized I really need to be working out. Like, it's good that I'm starting to lose weight. I'm focusing my efforts on maintaining a really strict diet, and it's showing benefits immediately. But if I work out, and if I'm going to put myself in a state where I'm super restricted, I can't eat things I enjoy, I may as well get the most out of this. And so, it motivated me to start working out, and I just basically started lifting weights. I got a pair of adjustable free weights that my wife had from a million years ago. And I just started fucking with them. And like when they're fully loaded, they're about 30 pounds each. And there's a lot you can do with that. And there's a lot you can do without any weights at all. But like if you can get up, you can use your body weight to start. If you can just get up 3 times a week, go to another room that has a little bit more space, you can do squats, you can do lunges, you can do push-ups, you can cycle them all. You can do it for 45 minutes, get your heart rate elevated, build some muscle, and it'll work wonders for what you're specifically concerned about, which is that you're being really sedentary.
Yeah.
You just have to pick yourself up and fucking do it. You do it, you take a shower, you have a nice protein shake afterwards, call it a day. No biggie.
Yeah.
Protein shake.
I've gotten like a little bit more intense. Like I go to the
speaking-
gym regularly now. It's crazy.
Speaking of protein shakes, I don't want to interrupt, but I mean, here we go.
Here we go. Hold on, let me click on
This is the keto diet in action.
You got this.
This is how it works. She had a scholarship to college for this.
So,
You got, like, the extended cut, man.
Practiced.
No way.
She's like a fucking juicer.
Look at that bulge in her neck.
Yeah, that's
God.
the creepy as the bulge.
Ugh.
Hallelujah.
She's trying singing the national anthem.
Oh, she even freaking oh.
Jesus.
Mm.
Yeah, serious mood face.
That's an appropriate picture right there.
I mean, that's one way to try and get curvy.
There's no way, Danny Boy, she is single.
He just
Not
wiped
after
her.
that video came out.
Yeah, her scarf game is on point too.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. It, like I said, you know that fucking stick of butter was hard as fuck. She's like,
Yeah, dude, she was like a juicer. It's like,
It's like
it's like a fucking with the freaking NSYNC e-rators. You're just pushing down that fucking.
yeah, so that's how keto works right there. You just eat a stick of
wait,
butter
no,
every
but
day.
part two is the bacon. She just took like uncooked bacon and went.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Jay. So
Yeah.
you have friends that that have been doing keto and stuff like that. What percentage of those friends are in the vaping industry?
A good fucking percentage of them. Now,
Next question. Hang on.
All
I'm
right.
not done yet. Next
I have a
question.
reason I
Quick
think
fire
why.
segment with Bass Blast.
Yeah.
Next question is what kind of wave do you see before conventions of people all of a sudden hitting keto, like 2 months before a convention?
Uh-huh.
The convention comes up. Now they're eating donuts in the
Uh-huh.
after the convention. What is the percentage of that?
Yeah. Probably a good number.
You don't have to answer that to incriminate yourself. My last question is, and this is a legit one. What do you think about people who are doing keto, maybe have been successful a while back and stuff like that, and now they're doing it again, and you see, I see a correlation between the person having to, basically post pictures of their food and what they're eating, and you know what, that helps some people with the progress, so they can go back and say, holy
Get
shit, look,
encouragement.
I couldn't write. But what about the people who just abuse that by putting, I'm doing keto, but you're eating a fucking 5-pound ham in one sitting,
Definitely.
by yourself. And here's some greens. Okay, there's a plate of greens, and then you have a 5-pound ham. Oh, here for dinner, I'm eating, maybe a few greens, and I'm eating, half of a cow. Like, and I'm not kidding when I say that. Yes, people have, will just post, oh great, I'm doing keto and I can eat all of this, and it's 15 eggs with 2 pounds of bacon in it.
Mhm.
Like just ridiculous. Like, to me, it's like, why wouldn't you put a little bit of effort to, yes, you're doing keto, that's great, but also start, limiting the portion that you're eating. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Trying to make healthier choices.
it's like some people just go off the deep end and say, oh well, I'm doing keto so I can have all of this.
Yeah.
You can have all of it, but damn, at what portion? When do you stop?
Yeah. My
So-
favorite keto food right now is a grilled chicken Caesar salad, because it's something you can get just about anywhere. Parmesan has almost no carbs, if it has any. It like Parmesan that does have carbs is like 1 gram per tablespoon, so it's an awful lot. Grilled chicken, obviously no carbs. Romaine is got carbs, but it's also got a lot of fiber, and it's got all sorts of other good things for you. It's got vitamin A, it's got iron, it's got things that you need, and there's a lot of it in a Caesar salad. And then grilled chicken for protein, lean protein, not even any fat. Then you get the delicious Caesar dressing, which typically a real Caesar dressing won't have any carbs in it. And there is a healthy keto meal. You're eating a salad, you're eating grilled chicken, you're eating, Caesar dressing, whatever. If you were, but no croutons, obviously.
Yeah.
You keep the croutons out. I eat that after I go to the gym pretty much every single time. And you get a good amount of roughage. You just get a lot of good stuff. You can't, ultimately it's calories in and calories out. You have to use keto wisely as a tool for appetite control and make good choices, which maximize your hunger satiation while hopefully minimizing your calorie intake and also getting all the nutrition you need. I take supplements daily now too, because a big issue on keto is you need electrolytes. You need additional potassium.
I was going to ask you.
You talked about all the things that are inside the chicken Caesar salad, and and now you're talking about need electrolytes. It sounds like you just need Bronto. I mean,
you just need Bronto.
I see him going like this. I wonder if his knuckles are dry.
Yeah, I have really nice knuckles right now.
Of course you would, because of all the fucking fat that you're grabbing from the bacon. It just gets all over your hands.
Because of all the kickbacks I get. That's how it works.
I mean, look at all that keto. I mean, yeah. If you ever do actually get dry knuckles, my wife got me this bottle of. I get them every winter because that's how you get fucking dry knuckles, like dry, cold, like that's how it happens.
Vaping.
Yeah, vaping, of course. It's like condensing on your hand, but somehow that's giving you fucking all right. Anyway, and it's the best thing I've ever used. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Medicated something. Before the end of the show, I'll run in the other room and grab it. And for anyone who actually does have dry knuckles,
cocoa butter.
I just swear by. Oh, see, I can't use cocoa butter. I'm not quite brown enough, but I do use this stuff because it's perfect. It really is. I'll show you guys later. What the fuck were we talking about?
Have you met my wife? She might be the whitest person on earth. Cocoa butter.
She knew this was good. Southern folks know what's up.
Yeah,
I think.
So here's the downside. So my dad, way back when keto was still called Atkins or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Way back, my dad did this thing, right? And he was on it, lost a lot of weight over like a couple of months or whatever, and he went out with some. He was a sales guy for his job, and so he took out some of his clients, and he had a beer, and he got sent to the hospital.
No shit.
Yeah, like just that bit of carbs when he hadn't had any in months or whatever. It's like,
so wait, was he diabetic? Is that
no?
No. So he had a glycemic shock.
Yeah.
His system got spiked. His insulin. You know what it was? It's actually, here's the funny thing. You ever OD on nicotine? Mass, you can just mute yourself. Actually, you're actually more likely to have if someone gave you some, and didn't tell you it was nicked, or you just mistakenly did it. You're actually more likely to do it than any of us.
I felt like I did when fucking Walter gave me icicles for the first time.
Oh well, that's just a transcendent experience.
Well, that was 6 too, but
oh geez, and that's at 20%. You mean Dale's icicles, the actual juice? Yeah.
Even before it was icicles, yeah.
Yeah, 20% concentrate level. Fuck me, dude.
Yeah.
Dig up the picture of me right after I hit icicles from like 3 years ago. Yeah.
Please wait.
So, it's in there. I'm pretty sure it's in there.
In order to tie all this together, we should just say, obviously consult your doctor and all that crap. We're just dudes talking about.
I have not actually done that. I might just have a heart attack in a week. I was going to make a point about
hit it.
Why that happened about nicotine ODs. It is an insulin spike.
Mm.
So the same reaction, just for those of you out there who vape, or if you ever encounter someone, I guess some of your audience is vapors, the rest are all spinner aficionados, just disappointed every week. If you do encounter someone who is having like a bad nicotine reaction, you just need to give them sugar. That's really all it is.
I always thought water works. I just drink a lot of
water. Water is good because you'll rehydrate someone, and that's important. That will dilute the effect in your blood.
Right.
But what will nullify the effect is sugar, because it counters that insulin spike.
So why is Nick hit insulin?
I don't know. I don't remember, but it's the same effect. I looked it up. A nicotine overdose is like glycemic shock.
No
and
shit.
And in the same way that a diabetic can pass out and die from it, so can someone pass out and die from a nicotine overdose, obviously.
All right.
But yeah, just sugar, water, honey is ideal if you have it, because it's, really strong liquid sugar immediately.
I mean, I'm not diabetic, but I've exhausted myself to the point of just like physical exhaustion and not eating for a while, where I feel like similar effects to overnecking, like knees are a little bendy and buckly.
Arm spaghetti.
Arm spaghetti. I open my mouth, but the words just don't come out. Like,
Well, that could also be
Ooh.
an electrolyte imbalance. You'd be
well,
fucking
that is, dude, it was
surprised.
everything. It was just some fuck.
Flitz is trying to help
here.
here in chat. He says, "What about pouring vodka in their butts?" I heard that.
Yeah, I mean that's
Oh.
obvious. I thought that goes without saying. Let's see.
For everyone that doesn't know, Flitz has blue hair, so think about that when he says that line.
Should we talk about vaping for a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're still bullshitting about diets and shit.
I got Vaping's first colored chip.
Yeah. Wait. What?
Oh, I can't click on the face right now because I'm just
like,
the face.
What?
I was waiting for that.
I know I cannot because we're.
I probably sent Mass on a fucking goose chase, and now he's lost
I
in the.
am goosing.
No, that's fine. I got you. Yo, go find that
What's
shit.
pissing
man. I
him
got
off
you.
is he's normally got that shit ready to go.
Mhm.
I know. No, I
So
can't.
here it is.
Go.
Oh,
This
that's
is it.
nice. Is that the color DNA?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
pretty.
It
I
is
haven't done the e-scribe thing yet. I've just been vaping on it, and it made me want to go build my Bill 025 to throw on here.
Wait a minute. You haven't put your face on there? You gotta put your face on there.
No,
Wait, what?
I don't
let me
like
see.
myself that much.
Let me see NXT. I didn't see it.
Oh.
Dude,
Oh my god.
dude, okay. Here's the thing. I've got the Poe. Our group shot is like both of my backgrounds on my desktop. I'm
Yeah, me too.
Wait a minute.
good.
Why didn't you put this one on?
It's too big.
Oh,
It's too big.
I can't fucking find it right now.
Anyway, so you got the DNA 75C
Yeah,
with
it's
now a proper 9 volts of power available.
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, there was no dripper I really cared to put on here. So I'm like, hey, this is a good opportunity to whoop up an RTA that, outside of the K-Fun 5, I haven't really been using any of my billows, so I did that.
Yeah.
And I hated it.
You didn't like the 2.5 when you got it.
So
I didn't
What do you
hate
think
it.
about
I didn't like it. I didn't hate it. Now it's
Yeah,
just
you're ambivalent.
I mean, it's built now and it's going, but it's
what do you think about the battery life, Angsty?
I haven't had a problem with the battery life. Then again, I haven't been using it as a primary mod
Okay.
because it doesn't squonk.
I've been using it at same. I'm using it at 40 watts. This is a 0.46 build. It's reading it a little low because either that or my DNA 200 is reading it at 0.51 this build. I did 7 wraps, 26 gauge, 3 millimeter. Still tight butthole in the wick because if you had a Bill 02, it's a barrel that screws down over the deck. Unlike the Bill 03, I
Yeah.
didn't have that. That's why I was more partial to the Bill 03, aside from it being hideous, somewhat. Yeah. I like everything about it except the building experience of the Bill 25. It makes this mod follower very easy. Let me tell you, this thing is pretty.
I
light.
think they did really good on adding the third button.
Yes, they needed to.
Yes.
Really good because that gives you functionality. I mean, everywhere. And I mean, I just have a simple screen up on there. As I'm testing it, and I like this under settings. If you go to diagnostics, it shows a screen that you can bring up, and it'll show you, power and temperature and the board temperature, and you could actually see those numbers change while you fire.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what I was saying. I mean,
So-
there's so much shit in that UI editor. It's
Yeah.
crazy amount of stuff you can put in there.
So now that we have
Mine's
3
actually good
buttons,
now.
how long will it be until we can get that shit from graphing calculators where the guy's going down and you have to like dodge side to side to avoid the walls?
You mean
Oh,
Yeah, like
no,
having-
no,
having-
what the fuck is the name of that game?
It's like free fall or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Your old TI-86.
I don't get it.
I think I had that on the 84, the 84 plus or
Yeah.
something.
La di da, Mr. Fancy Pants.
But yeah, I mean,
that was kickbacks.
these are on test rigs. I wonder about screen protection
Yeah.
So it's a bigger. I mean, we're talking about going from, something like that to.
The biggest thing is the bezel on the sides, I think, because this, like when I was comparing with the two before, the big screen DNA screen's not much bigger, or not much smaller than this guy, but this one doesn't have much edge here, right? So my finger knuckle meat, tends to get in there if I squeeze it.
Is it soft?
Yeah.
Like it is on the other ones?
No.
Actually.
Well,
No,
I mean,
they're pretty good. It must be on the board.
yeah,
It's like this is tapping on the
it
screen.
depends on how it's mounted.
Yeah.
These are
So,
mounted really good.
and the screen surfaces are matte versus like the OG
I like that.
ones that were glass like this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's perfect reflection there. So
Oh, I saw a VLC logo in the.
I don't know what it was. I won't have to go over the rewind and find out what that was. My face just went like this. Holy shit. You gotta be careful with what I have on my desktop.
No, what I hate is-
is
As much as I love the old DNA screen, as pretty as it is, using it in daylight is a fucking pain. Trying to adjust your shit in daylight.
yeah.
The color screen or this one?
The
This
old
thing's
school
super
DNA
bright.
one. The DNA 34, like the scramble screen era.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But you've also got, I mean, the one that I'm running in here is the middle little bar is your screen brightness, so you can actually adjust that on the fly. If you're outside.
How far have we come that you guys remember Cripplegate on the freaking screen?
Oh yeah,
Pixelgate?
sure.
Man.
Yeah.
Scramblegate. That was something else. I remember that was a point in time when you were like so scared to use a DNA board
Yeah.
to put in a mod because you built this fucking mod and all of a sudden it scrambled.
Yeah, but
Scramble.
the 30 was so bulletproof. That was the big thing. It's
I think
like,
that's- I think that's-
when-
I think that's where they got the name for eScribe. Scrambled. Those guys called from Miami from
Yo,
fucking,
can you describe the
from-
situation?
They called from freaking shark vapes down there, and they're like, "Oh hey, DNA, it's scrambled. All the screens is scrambled." That's the name, right? Shark vapes. Yeah.
That's seems to be, yeah, that's right on. That's the kind of
enough
quality
anyway.
of information we
But
On this day in Vaportown history.
you know what? You know what? We say for a joke, but there's a lot of YouTube reviewers that are getting sued by companies. And the biggest one recently was this guy who does mattress reviews.
Yep.
He got a fucking stack of not only 1, 2, 4 lawsuits for 4 blog posts that he posted about a purple mattress. Y'all have seen the purple mattress with fucking Goldilocks and the paching and the poof and the eggs. Well, he found some type of powder in the mattress, and he basically had it analyzed, and it was apparently really fine, and not
And he asked
good
questions.
for-
That's the thing, is he's just like, hey, what's up? And he sent them an email first, and then called.
right.
It was titanium dioxide.
Are you
Well-
are you pulling this off of our chat, our admin chat? Because I
Who,
was
me?
just talking about that in admin chat a minute ago.
No, I saw the video yesterday,
Okay.
no, I haven't. I don't read. Do I read chat? Do you really have
No,
to?
you
ask-
don't. But
what
I
kind of
literally,
question is that?
just
I
brought
did
this
take
up.
it earlier.
my face right now, my face. But during this whole thing, nobody mentions in the video what the fucking powder could be.
Yeah.
It's a fucking release agent. It's a release agent to be able to pull that fucking plastic off the mold.
Yeah.
It's like nobody ever says anything about it, So anyways, but he's got cause for concern. He puts the shirt down and mats it down and the fucking powder comes out.
Covered.
And
Come back.
so
They eventually say
So-
it's plastic dust.
yeah, but they come back and they fucking sue the shit out of him,
Yeah.
And
The same shit they're using in
I mean,
Atlanta
look,
Spill.
I don't care. I do not care what you say on YouTube about, you trying to show that you have the bigger balls by saying you're going to fight it, all this stuff. You're not going to fight nothing. Your ass will settle. You know why? Because you ain't got the money to do it. Okay. And even if you try to get, someone like H3 that is going up against this guy, someone's always going to have more money to fight this shit. So they just, to any regular Joe, they're just going to, everybody wants a happy-go-lucky end story. No, those fuckers are going to settle out of court. And they're going to settle, and this guy's going to lose money. And that's just how it is. It happens every day. You got this huge corporation that has millions of dollars that they can lose. They're going to, let's see. If this spreads, we can lose, $10, $15 million. What's $500,000 or $1 million on a lawyer to drop some books on this guy? Nothing.
You'll have to ask Biggles.
That's a little percentage, And I honestly think because there's a lot of people talking about vape reviewers, and because there's been situations where like we saw a couple weeks ago where guys got shit in his pockets, it blows up. Now he's suing the manufacturer and he's suing the other company here, and I know that's a little bit different than stating your opinion on a review, but hey, there's people who are reviewing these items all the time, and the companies are listening. So
can you imagine? It's the thing that bothered me was the fact that in theory I could get sued by merely stating my opinion of a product that I received and or bought, and by stating it. And that's no good. That doesn't sit well for me because I've shit on a lot of things.
Yeah. That's why I just chill.
Vape, it's safer.
That's why you just chill.
Yeah, it's safer.
It's definitely safer.
Angsty, you shouldn't shit where you vape, man.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Speaking of chilling, I went and grabbed that lotion to show you all.
What was it called, Jay?
It's O'Keefe's. Skin repair body lotion, 48-hour dry skin relief in one use, guaranteed relief in giant fucking letters. It's bigger than the logo. Guaranteed relief.
Who needs a body massage?
Yeah, Mr. Body Massage Machine. Go. I honestly, I actually have problems with dry knuckles.
Here we go.
Every winter. No, honestly, legit. The first time this ever happened to me. It was weird because my wife always makes fun of me because my hands are really soft. Like I worked in tech for a really long time, so I didn't do fuck all with my hands. Like I just generally never had a problem with skin. I've got oily fucking Italian
greasy
skin.
skin.
Greasy skin. I've never had a problem with dry skin. And then suddenly in college, I just, something happened. I guess maybe my dorm was really like dry, like the heat in there or something in the winter. And my knuckles got so bad. It just happened like randomly. They got really dry and then they got even worse and they were bleeding on a daily basis. Like I was some freaking 18-year-old dude. I didn't know what the fuck to do. And since then, every year, every winter, as soon as it starts getting cold and dry out, without fail, if I don't wear gloves every fucking day, my knuckles will start getting dry and eventually crack and bleed, and it sucks ass. It's like just part of growing up, man. Anyway, my wife got me this, and it literally does what it says. It's remarkable. I've tried fucking everything. You know I found that really worked, but I hated it. Goddamn Blistex medicated. Those little blue Blistex medicated things. Lip balm. I would just take that shit and smear it all over, and it would just make me feel again.
Lip balm?
Yeah, the little blue circle Blistex medicated stuff. That's like it's like super powerful.
Yeah,
he knows what Ahmed knows what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's a northeast thing. I would use that shit. I'd use that shit on my knuckles, and I put it on at night before I went to sleep, and it would just that was the only thing that really worked for me. Yeah, Ahmed, that's how you apply it. But my knuckles.
But my body.
Okay,
that's a strike.
Okay, I thought we were doing a different kind of show.
I can talk about knuckles. I want to get through my news.
We're doing dry foreheads from R. Kelly now.
Do it. No, they're not dry.
And man, you got anything else to say about the D8075C?
What do they say? Nice. April flowers bring R. Kelly showers? Yes.
Close your eyes, show me your face.
Keep it together.
I like it. Because there were like a lot of mods that came out that had colored screens and it's fancy, and they just ended up making the mod warmer and use a lot of battery. And I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, I'm good with just the DNA 200. So I like the 75.
Yeah.
Or even just the one that I have in the Limo or whatever. I mean, all those chips are good to me. I'll vape the same the way I vape. So
My have you looked at your serial number yet under about? My serial number is literally GZ Addy Allen. That's my serial number.
My cereal is frosted.
GZ. Oh, wait, I shouldn't put that up there. People be like, "Oh, I have a DNA 75C with this serial number that is just broken. I'm going to send it in. Can you send me a new one, please?" There's even the patents. They have the U.S. patents right on the board because China cares.
You said it's under diagnostics.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this one's got a 18650 in it, and I must say it is way. Let's see, is it? Yeah. So from the size difference, it pretty much stops right after the line. So you could see that it is.
Yeah.
Way. That's not even a good representation there.
Yeah.
Right there. That's a bit shorter too.
You use your hexane, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's it's pretty light.
Oh yeah.
Same battery.
But it's gonna no the hexane's got the lipo in it. This got 18650 in it. It's just a beater test mod, but it's going to. I'm interested to see how a lot of the modders are going to be adapting it. I do know that user David 4500, which we have talked about on the show. I showed last week a picture of, which we'll be looking at tonight, a picture of the sleds that he did, and he also did. He also just recently did a DNA 75. And I'll pull that picture up right now so you guys can see it. I'll just show the front face of it. And, it's not so much you have to get creative with them, but there's the front.
Yeah.
Obviously, this one's got, let me get an inside shot. This one's got a fancy buttons on it. So you're going to have to, figure something out for that. But here it is in a G style kind of box, and you're mounting. You're mounting. No, it's the same size as the 200 chip.
Is it really?
Yeah. Same size as 200 chip, and you can see. Yeah, it's big. You can see the tape that he had to use to basically keep the screen up against. Now there is a Mamu actually has a cradle that you can print yourself or have somebody else print for you, or order it from Shapeways or something like that actually will cradle the board and the screen, which is nice, but you still have to some way to attach it. So but overall, I mean, I think it came out really good. It's just going to be interesting to see what modders do with that size screen. So because it is a lot bigger. It's taking a lot more real estate up. It's almost as wide as the board. Very close.
Yeah.
So now with ribbons and stuff like that, you can move that screen around. The 3-button placement, that's going to be tough because those are on the board. Can you have them somewhere else? Sure, you can remote them. But not only that, but your fire button also has LEDs on it, so that different colors mean different things. So
and that's all customizable on the Subscribe too.
Yep.
Ooh, what else?
So you're gonna want to do some translucent, like these are buttons, to take advantage of that if you want. If not, no big deal. But yep. So that's David's. That's again user David 4500 on Reddit.
So I've got one of the I got a TIFU things that happened to me this last week. So today, I fucked up. So I was telling you about a little back that my VC4, which has been serving me faithfully for quite some time, the cable was going wonky, right? And that's the one that's got like a round plug in the back, but USB in the on the other side. It's been working great for a long time until the cable started going weird, and now it doesn't charge 2 cells at an amp anymore. It only charges them at some other random amount. It depends on a lot of stuff. So I was like, okay, well, I'll need to buy another one. But I was like, well, it'd be kind of cool if I bought one that was a little smaller, because I basically only use 2 at a time, and I'd like to charge in an amp. So I was like, okay. So I started looking around, and the VC2 is basically a two-bay charger, very similar display. And I was like, okay, well, that's fine. So I started looking at a couple different places because I also needed some new VTC 6s, right? So I pulled up Illumination Supply. I pulled up mrbatteries.com. I pulled up lithium ion, Lion Wholesale or whatever. All the Mooch approved sites, and across all those, trying to find some VTC 6s and the VC2 in the same place. And when I was looking for the VC2, at one place I saw that it had that it was 2 channels each at an amp, and then at some other one I happened to look at the bullets that were the features. And they said specifically said that it did what I love about the VC4, which is it tells you how much power is going back into each cell as it charges it back up. I was like, that's fine. I eventually picked a place, ordered some new VTC 6s, and this. And when I got it, I was disappointed because the VC2 from X-Star, I'll show you when we go up close here. Look at that. Look at the top center gauge. It goes all the way up to half an amp. Womp, womp, womp. So then I started looking a little closer at some of these things, and it looks like I messed up because the VC2, there's also a VC2 Plus. And I missed that. The VC2 Plus charges with an amp on each of them, but there's a catch. The VC2 Plus doesn't do the back into the batteries.
What the fuck, X-Star?
So the VC2 Plus just does a percentage of your battery that's charged up, and then a voltage display in the middle or something. But it's you have to pick one. You either get good power or you get the gauge, the piece of information that I've grown to like. So FYI, if you're looking at something small, I mean, this thing is pretty cool. And it comes with a tinier little carry case and stuff. And what I'm probably going to do is stick this in my bag for when I travel. So I'll have a nice small little charge, and even though it's a half an amp, it will still charge fine when I get back in. But it looks like I need to go shopping again for battery charger to replace my other one because, well, that's annoying. So there's that. I wanted to let everybody know about that thing from X-Star because I do like the chargers, but there's a catch. I finally, and this has been quite some time coming, because if you all remember back to Capacity Gate, where I was measuring all these different bottles and how much they hold. One of the ones that I've been waiting for to come in is the Lucos Silk bottles. And the group buy did finally get in. There's some other people that have had these for a little while that they got it from other places, and that's really washing out. Ooh, there we go. So this is one of the attachments. This is how it comes with a tube already in it stuff. But I did want to show you what they look like naked, so to speak. This is what the bottle looks like without everything on it. Just kind of neat. And then you got this little collary guy that comes installed on it. And I'll go ahead and throw this guy in real quick for you so you can see what it looks like. There we go. And I put it in the wrong way around. So here we go. This is what the color looks like. And then you've got a nice little screwy in thing, and I put it in the wrong way around again. So the neat thing about these guys is not only is it a nice squishy silicone bottle, and you've got nice stainless here, nice stainless here. You've got a silicone at the top of the bottle comes up and around the metal. So you have a nice positive seal against these things. And then the other thing that's really key, and I'm going to see if I can spin around so you can see it. Look at that part of that threads. You see the break in the threads there?
Mm.
Right at the top. So what that does is one of the things that will drive you bananas if you've got a Cappy, the Sunbox Cappy, which these are really good bottles, and I've been using this one for a really long time. The problem with this guy is, as you get this guy unscrewed, that's also got a nice silicone seal in there. But the problem with this guy is when you go to screw this down, you see that big wide metal bit on the top. As it compresses against there, it squishes, right? Displaces some liquid, and then you end up squirting some liquid out the top.
Oh,
But this guy's got that vent in the threads, right? So when you screw this thing down, it is able to pass a little bit of air out the threads, and it will not leak when you're trying to screw your bottle down, and that's awesome. These things, I'm happy to report, are much closer to what the label says. They do hold. Oh, what was it? They're supposed to hold 6.8, I think, and I measured it to be 6.45, according to my my little apparatus that I've got over here. And honestly, that's the difference between 0.2 or 0.3 mil is just a couple of drops. It's like 5 drops.
Angsty gave me good advice.
So what ends up happening though is kind of the interesting thing about the kind of the bottom line here is this guy, which I've been using for quite some time, holds like 6.8, literally holds 6, without the tube in it, it holds 6.8 mil. This guy holds 6 point whatever I said a minute ago, 6.45. So basically the two bottles, which this one's obviously much smaller and it's much more narrow in diameter, this guy actually holds like 5 drops less than this much larger bottle, and it works better. So if you're looking for a new bottle for your Squonker, find a Lucas silk bottle, because not only is the guy super cool, his bottle works really well, and it doesn't squirtle everywhere when you screw down the cap, which is nice. Done. What else did I get? Oh yeah, I got these little guys too, which are kind of fun.
Super soft.
Those guys go into the bottom of your tube, and they've got like little cuts on the bottom of them, so that way it doesn't seal against the bottom of your bottle and choke off your flow, so to speak. I hate it when that happens. So thank you to Mr. Vanis for running that group by. I know that was a pain in the ass to sort through, hundreds and hundreds of bottles and little tube ends and stuff to get that out to people. That was a big pain in the butt, I'm sure. What else? Oh, Stefan Didak has launched a new website, adultslikeflavors.org. It seems to be pretty focused, I think, in the California IA. But as the not blowing smoke thing took off, I assume he's going to be taking that more federal and not so specific either.
I could see that name so quickly becoming a porn site.
Adult Like Flavors.
I mean,
Yes.
You know, Stefan. I'm sure he intended it to be like that.
Yeah. It's the people going.
Getting going.
The one last thing I did have was some advocacy stuff, and this is more. I have to admit, this week I have not done my homework as well as I should have done my homework because of work and whatever. But I do have a thing that I was going to share
Because you
here because I find it interesting. Is this coming up for everybody?
Yep.
And does it zoom in when I do this? Oh, good. So did a Wisconsin community find a way around FDA regulation? This I have not watched yet, so I cannot comment on the legitimacy of what's going on. But I did skim it, and this is and the good guy SE 555 did TLDR it and here too, because this is the article that I did read. The short of it is this community basically said the FDA didn't coordinate with us, and according to the law, they have to because it affects our municipality. I'm not even going to try anymore. But anyway, the short of it is that they're supposed to, apparently, and they didn't. And if it affects their community, then I don't know. I don't know what this is going to actually end up meaning. But Johnson Creek, that's right. I forgot to say this already. Johnson Creek is the people that are doing this, and that's not a huge town, but I mean they're not exactly a tiny company either. So I'm kind of curious to see where that's going to go, if it goes anywhere. I mean, when was the last time you saw something at the local level go against the federal level and it turned out really well? But still.
Fucking Brown v. Board of Education. I mean,
well,
some landmark cases started at a local level and went all the way up to the Supreme Court.
I stand corrected.
For what it's worth, I actually spoke to the fella who was, I think he's the fella coordinating this effort this weekend up at NVE.
Okay.
I can't recall his name immediately. It was a relatively brief conversation, but the premise of this lawsuit is the coordination aspect, if I'm not mistaken, which is that, and what the FDA is probably going to say, and I don't know how it's panning out yet, is that they're going to say that they left the comment period open.
Yes.
Even though, there's going to be tons of record of what sort of impact it will have, and that they just completely ignored it anyway. Seeing as how from the moment, what really changed between their original deeming regulations and the final rules. Mm-hmm. So this could be part of the lawsuit, that like there are documented comments that people have put in. I wrote several myself.
Yes. About
the efficacy, my perceived efficacy, not the official opinion of Bigglesworth Labs. Thank you, FDA. Of the efficacy of vaping as a smoking cessation method. And I know everybody, so many people wrote in, and the deeming regulations don't really seem to have been changed at all from their original draft that they released. So I think that what they're going to try to do in this lawsuit is show that the FDA really did not measure what impact they were going to have on the industry whatsoever.
No. Yes.
Just on the sheer number of PMTAs they projected to expect, which was under 1,000.
Well, yeah, you note that they have now pushed it back 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
They've pushed it back 9 months, and that's the beginning of the PMTA process.
Yeah.
PMTA process is a 2-year-long process with a 1-year grace period after it. So, I mean, but that being said, PMTAs are preposterous. My personal opinion is I hope to God we don't get there, and I'm putting some odds on the fact that these laws will never be enforced.
Right. And that goes into this other article that I pulled up that I also didn't research as well as I should, but this one is talking. This is on the Washington Post, saying that they've delayed.
Sweet picture they use.
Yeah, seriously. Good thing it wasn't the thumbnail that I ended up.
God damn, that's ridiculous.
But anyway, they're giving some of this credit to Trump, saying that they're not gonna he's blah blah. You got to kill 2 whatever to get 1 new reg through and whatever. So. Who knows? Who knows if it's going to turn out well? But I did think it was interesting that it was delayed, and I wanted to mention this before Masty got his chance to rant, because it segues really nicely into that.
Mm-hmm. It does. And mine's okay. So yeah, we'll call it a rant. So you just talked about, Jay, about how we've pushed this. Okay, people are just waiting and watching, and all of a sudden they say, okay, so what did they push it? 3 months, 6 months? Mm-hmm. What's the whatever the date was? And lately it's been a lot of optimism about, the president's going to do this, he's not going to do that. The FDA is not going to have, a leg to stand on when it comes to enforcing all this other stuff. And there is nothing wrong with being optimistic about the future of vaping. Okay. Just like if your opinion is that, it's all gloom and doom and there's not going to be anything left, that's fine too. And this has nothing to do with that, because if you are a business and you feel like, there's going to be a turn down in vaping accessories or juice or anything like that, and you feel like you want out and it's the responsible thing to do, then more power to you. And we talked about this. We talked about this before the regulations were even in place years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago, we've been talking about this. And, there's nothing wrong with that, and some people, I mean, we have huge names in the game who have recently, said, we can't do this anymore. Peace, we're out. What I have a problem with is, and will be definitely being called out, is all the companies that said, peace, I'm out, and, either left orders unfulfilled, just left in a way where you could tell these people were in it just plainly for the money. Now, you can run a business, you're in it for the money, right? Because you got to be making money. That's how a business runs.
That's capitalism. That's okay.
Now, there is a lot of people who got into the vaping business back in the day because they knew the effect that they would have on other people. Okay. And you can have these people, and you can read right through them, that tell you, yeah, I love seeing ex-smokers vaping now, and this is why I do it. And you can see right through the bullshit and believe them. They're telling the truth. And you have other people that say that run a business, and those fuckers aren't doing it because of this. Okay, so my issue is just watch. Because just recently, you're starting to see some of these places come back. They're either coming back as the original name, or they're coming back under a different name. Okay? We're talking about companies that are all of a sudden coming back into the vaping scene. Why? Because there's a bigger glimmer of hope. There's people saying, oh, okay, I don't have to freak out. I am going to buy this juice, or I am going to try this mod, because these mods are still coming in. The FDA is not doing anything about it. So now they're going to capitalize on that. Now you could sit there and say, oh, well, mass, what's wrong with that? They're just trying to make money. That's great. But watch, because these people are going to come in to the vaping scene who were either, in the vaping scene before. And I mean, and Jay, you kind of, I'm not naming any names on any of this, okay, because I don't want to give anyone any leeway on this. But we talked about it last week, when we were in the hangout looking for that person's name.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
And that kind of ties into this because vapors are great at hearing something, that the government is doing, and all of a sudden there's fucking 50,000 Facebook posts, the same post shared everywhere about, oh yeah, we won the fight on this, or we did that, and people take that, and all of a sudden it's like, I'm going to go open a vaping business, or what? It's not really that bad. No, it's bad. Just them moving a date further forward doesn't mean that, okay, fuck it, we're done with advocacy. We're just going to go into buying more vaping shit and buying spinners and doing all this shit. No, it's
spinners
still
are
there.
over.
It's it's still there. It's not going away. And I just hate companies that are going to come in and try to take advantage of people and dip out again. So that's my mini rant about that. I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
Advice is what? Stick with people that have stuck with you.
No, I just think look at the people, and perfect example is like saying look at Phil. Phil just recently came out with his line of juice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's someone that has been in the game for a long time.
Yep.
Okay, where someone coming into vaping can say, oh well, this guy he just propped up this juice right before the regulations to get this going, and now he's been in it for a long time. And that's just an example. But there are companies that are going to be popping up, just like vape shops. I mean, you go into Reddit, go look at all the stores and places who people are going, I can't get a hold of this guy, I can't get a hold of this modder. There's an outstanding $300 order, and I don't even know where these people are. Are they claiming bankruptcy? Are they, and what's really fucking up is these companies who were going to claim bankruptcy. because they knew that the impending doom was coming. And now, now there's a little bit of glimmer of hope. Maybe they're going to get back into the game again. So, which is backfiring on them, because, they're still showing business. So, I don't know. I think now more than ever, I think people need to be real careful who they're doing business with online, because there's going to be some shystas more than before, I think, showing up. They see some of the blood in the water. They're going to be coming for it. So I don't know. I think stick to what the companies that you've purchased from before. None of that has changed.
That's what I was saying. Stick with the guys that have stuck with you.
Yep.
TLDR by Poe.
Wait, there you go.
Give us money.
we have juice.
Hashtag sellout. Hashtag kickbacks. Hashtag fucking.
Hashtag look how Tron is living.
Hashtag mooch face.
Shekels.
Hashtag shekel game.
So
Hashtag diversify your bonds.
No joke though. There was what was it? The story of the lady with the spinners. She had 10,000 ordered, and they came in, and they're already spoken for.
Damn.
Yeah, I saw them at Walgreens today or the other.
New gold rush,
Yes.
boys.
They are at 7-Eleven for $9 for a fucking spinner. My wife
You should get a pack of Marlboros instead.
My wife's a teacher, and these kids are bringing that shit to school. So I told her, I was like, if you catch any of them, I was like, just take one of the bearings out and really fuck their day up, because they're gonna be there like, oh, it's not working. Yeah. So that, or just take it and just smash it.
Dude, I saw
All the kids in the schooling system are universally fucking infants right now.
Yeah.
I've seen articles with teachers interviews and stuff. They're all over the place. All the kids got them.
My brother teaches 11th graders, I think, and pisses them off so hard. And it should.
Yeah.
It should
Yeah.
probably
It's
really
an annoying sound. I think I would be pissed if I was a teacher.
No, all half the kids are like,
Yeah. All right, let me check that.
All right. Ball game. It's been forever.
Put in the books.
Signing off. Next week, we're going to do tech time.
Yeah, we are.
Been a while. I'm looking forward to it. I will, I guess need to say thank you to Jay for stopping by and bullshitting with us for a while.
Pleasure as always, my friend.
Yes.
Go buy Bigglesworth juice.
I'll get
Yes.
that.
What's the site, please?
Bigglesworthlabs.com.
There you go.
.mpeg /
.org.
if you're you can use the P2501 code for 10% off if you're so inclined to order.
Ooh.
He already said juice for a good price.
I think Mooch left a long time ago. I think the last time I popped the window up, I think he, he's probably drafting that cease and desist letter right now.
No, I told him he's fully entitled to 15% of our videos take this week. So
Maybe he's running it low volume so you don't see him.
Oh, got him.
all right, thanks everybody stopping by and hanging out with us. We will be back next week, same bat time, same bat chat.
Toodaloo.
That's what's going on in Chicago. What is going on? There's no excuse for it. I think it'd be frankly more interesting. I know how good everybody's ratings are right now, but I think it'd actually be better.
How are the Republicans going to finally get together?
Where did all these people came that voted for Donald Trump? He was all set. I spoke to him on the phone. Very nice guy.
I hear he wanted that meeting with you as well.
He wanted it, but we called. Get a meeting with him.